Hey folks, welcome to our show, African Nomad Podcast. This is a monthly show committed in helping you rethink and redefine your idea of traveling and having adventure in your life, expanding your view, desire, interest, and pushing yourself to go out of your comfort zone. It's your boy Abdul, your host for the show. Welcome on board and let's get ready to take off. And today we are going to receive one special guest. I had the chance to meet here in Hungary. She's coming from a very beautiful country in the midst of the Asian continent, Kyrgyzstan. She speaks Kyrgyz, which is a mother tongue, English, Russian. She speaks a little bit of German. Let's see that. She's been living abroad for 3 years now. She did a lot of summer school and conferences in various countries. And you know what? She loves traveling. So, my dear folks, my dear nomad, please welcome to our show Agi from Kyrgyzstan. Agi, how are you doing?
Hey.
Hey.
Hi everyone.
Hi,
Actually,
hi.
hello from Kyrgyzstan. Right now,
Hello
I
from
am,
Kyrgyzstan. Great.
yeah, I am in the capital city, Bishkek.
Okay.
So, yeah, talking to you from here, from very far. Not very far, but still.
How far is that from Europe?
Uh,
Oh, I mean,
so
from Hungary, for
basically, if you take a plane, it's 2 hours from Budapest to Istanbul or Moscow, and from
example.
there
Okay.
it's 5 to 6 hours.
Wow. That's pretty
Yeah,
long.
it's
And how
yeah,
was the
it's
weather like that?
the last 2 weeks were terrible because it was super cold,
Okay.
minus 12, minus 14,
My
and
goodness.
yeah, like when you feel zero in Europe, it's nothing now for me because
Okay.
here it's very, very cold. But today, suddenly it's zero and you can feel this weather, like you can see the sun and it's super warm.
Okay.
So from today, maybe it will be much warmer, but the last weeks were cold. But it's normal
All right.
for Kyrgyzstan because we are a very mountainous country.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that makes me sad is that by the time, because of this global warming, we don't have enough
Okay.
snow, and
Oh, okay.
it's not good. It's not good sign.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have a first question that comes to my mind. I think maybe a lot of people also think about that. We heard the name Kyrgyzstan, but I can just name many countries that end with Stan, but we
Mm-hmm.
really don't know much about your country. So can you please tell us a little bit more about your country? What is Kyrgyzstan, please?
Yeah. When you say Kyrgyzstan, like people cannot really understand what is that, and people usually answer with Kazakhstan or Tajikistan
Yeah,
so we have to like try to explain what is Kyrgyzstan. So because
we
we
all, yes.
pronounce it in a various ways, like Kyrgyzstan or Kyrgyzstan or Kyrgyzstan. If we pronounce it in our language, it would be Kyrgyzstan.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, basically it's one of the Stan Central Asian countries. And when I say Central Asia, I don't mean Asia is China or Japan or whatever, because that Asia is super different part of the world.
Okay.
And so if I say some facts about my country, it's super small. It's, if I'm not mistaken, 180 something square kilometers.
Seriously?
Yeah, I mean it's like a medium-sized European country, but in
Okay.
Central Asia, like comparing to Russia and Kazakhstan, it's small.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we are just 6 million people. Mm, yeah, as you already said, we speak Kyrgyz. This is our native language, and Russian because we were part of Soviet Union in the past
Mm-hmm.
for many
Mm-hmm.
years, and now we are almost 30 years independent.
Okay. Yay.
Yeah, but still we feel so much pressure from
Oh,
different parts of, like from different neighbors, I would say. But let's not talk about politics these days because it's
yeah.
very harsh in my country. We didn't have
Oh,
a
okay.
president for 3 months, and today
Are you
we are
serious?
having, yeah, we are having illegal elections. So it's a bit, yeah, sensitive topic. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, Kyrgyzstan is mountainous country because the territory is like 80, more than 80% of the territory are the mountains. And we
Mm-hmm.
have, when I say mountains, it's real mountains because the third world highest mountains are in my country. Yeah, and what else? We are agricultural country, so if you wanna have good and like organic food, you're
Mm-hmm.
welcome here. We don't have even this, factories or farms where we could have, how to say that,
Wow.
but where we could produce, mass products. We
Yeah,
don't
I
have
see.
them. So basically, for
That's good.
example, if you go to bazaar, if you know that word, it's like market.
Yeah.
You can find everything and from local people, but
Mm-hmm.
fresh.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
What else? We hmm. Okay. When I was when I was saying about difference between Asia and Central Asia about my country, I
Mm-hmm.
meant that. So basically, Kyrgyz people, we look like Asians, but
Okay.
our race is Mongolian race. Yeah, Mongolian
Okay.
race, because
Mm-hmm.
like many years ago, when Chinggis Khan is a Mongolian, let's say, king.
Okay.
He was conquering all the lands, and according to some of the myth, he was sending his warriors,
Okay.
and the goal was to have more Mongol people.
Mm-hmm.
So, getting married with other women.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure this worked with us because originally Kyrgyz people, we looked, we had blonde hair and blue
Okay.
eyes.
Whoa.
And yeah, we
Okay.
didn't have dark skin. So now we look much more like Mongolians. If you see somebody from Mongolia and from Kyrgyzstan, I think I cannot recognize that this person is Kyrgyz or Mongol,
So
because
it's all mixed now.
yeah, and we look alike with Mongol people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um, Another thing is our religion is Islam.
Okay.
But again, something
Okay.
interesting with our religion. Originally, we were not Muslim people. We were Tengri. Tengri means believing in a blue sky or nature or something like that.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, and I think it was 15th century when Arab people started to be in these lands, and they started to spread Islam. This is how we got influenced by Islam,
Muslim.
and
Mm-hmm.
now majority of Kyrgyz population are Muslim people. But still, we are not super religious because of Soviet Union. When we were in Soviet Union, religion was prohibited.
Oh, really?
Yes.
All
uh,
kind of religions or just
there was
Islamic
no
religion?
religion in Soviet Union.
Okay.
There was no religion because Soviet government, they wanted to build this powerful union of people, and that there will be equality in everything, and everything will be for free. And that is why um, you were stopped to spread your own. religion or your beliefs.
Okay.
So, for example, my parents, they were born during Soviet times, and
Okay.
only now they started somehow follow some Islam rules.
Okay.
So it's very kind of tricky because my country is secular, so you can choose whatever you want, of course. Yeah, and nobody should come to you and say, I don't know, you should be this or that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And what's the emblem of your country? Something like that.
You mean the flag or?
Yeah.
It's red background, meaning blood. I think
Okay.
it's everywhere else. And then sun
Mm-hmm.
in the center with 40 rays. 40 rays mean 40 tribes because Kyrgyz
Oh.
population, in total we have 40 tribes.
Oh, okay.
And one very very famous in my country, in our history, hero, his name is Manas.
Okay, Manas.
He did a lot of effort in order to unite us, like many years ago, thousand
Nice.
years ago. So he's our main hero, and that is why we have streets named after Manas. Our international Bishkek airport is Manas International Airport. Yeah, we have villages named Manas. I remember there was one case when Chinese people actually were having an argument with our government, that saying that Manas was their hero.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we were so pissed off because we know that he was Kyrgyz.
Wow. That's that's
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, back to the question about the highest point in Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah.
The name is Peak Победы,
Big
meaning,
Pabiat.
yeah, Победа is a victory peak.
Okay.
So the height is 7,439 meters.
Wow. That's pretty high.
Yeah, because I remember Everest was
Yeah.
7,000, also 500 something.
Yeah, definitely. That's
Yeah,
pretty high.
so you see.
That's very close, actually.
Yeah, so we are kind of proud about mountains. And also, when I'm here, I feel like
Hmm.
mountains, they are very important to us because we feel that somehow we are protected because they
Okay.
are very high. And if somebody will attack us, not from the air,
Okay.
we can be saved because we have
Yeah.
mountains.
So it's just like the Chinese wall, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But this
Yeah.
is the Kyrgyz wall,
Yeah.
natural
Kyrgyz
wall.
natural wall. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I think on this line we really had a glimpse of what is your beautiful country, and also when you make the clear point on the fact that it's a little bit different from the Asian way, mostly the Central Asian country,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And
From
also
the
because of language, because of official Russian language, people also make a lot of uh, doubts if we are Russian, but we are not.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, just like for example, my country, Ivory Coast, we are Ivorian, but we are not French. Because we're speaking French,
Mm.
people think we are French, but we are not. We are
Mm-hmm.
different, and we have also different tribes. So yeah,
Yeah.
that takes me to another point. So you have this beautiful country. Where did the idea of traveling or leaving your country came into picture? Why did you start traveling?
Okay, I'll be short.
Mm-hmm.
Um, First of all, I always wanted to do it, but it was just some kind of dream somewhere in my
Okay.
head.
Okay.
Um, in 2012,
Mhm.
somehow, luckily, fortunately, I joined one organization named ISEC, I'm sure a lot of people know about this organization.
Hmm.
And ISEC gave me a chance to try my first, let's say, traveling abroad.
Okay.
And I don't know, I just chose Europe because
Okay.
I I saw some pictures and it was beautiful architecture, and I was like, why not? So it was 2013 January when I took the flight to
Hmm.
Europe, and
Okay.
from there everything started.
But where exactly did you go in Europe?
I went to Poland.
Okay.
I stayed there for 2 months. First weeks I was struggling. Everything was new and different and weird. But after 2 weeks, I realized that okay, I wanna travel more. I wanna come back here. I wanna go there and here. So this is how was the starting point.
Oh, okay. Okay. But then how did your family think about that? What did they think about that? Like leaving them, going abroad? What did they think about that?
Mm, Back then, I was 19 years old,
Wow. Okay.
quite
Clear.
young for Kyrgyz mentality and Kyrgyz society.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
they were not against, but they were like, yeah, be careful, you're still young and you still don't know many things and stuff like that. But at the same time, they were also not really experienced, like my family members. They don't really know what are the advantages and disadvantages. So they were
Okay.
kind of open to this.
Okay.
But when I came back, I started to travel in my country, within my country, and I was trying to apply for summer schools abroad. And after some trips, they were kind of annoyed at the beginning because I wasn't staying at home helping them, but I was traveling. But traveling doesn't mean just going somewhere and having fun. It means also your personal
Sure.
development. So they were
Mm-hmm.
not really understanding that part, and they were like, why are you always traveling? You're not staying at home. um where do you get money? What will you do
Yeah.
there?
Where do
Why
you get
is it
the
that
money?
interesting? Yeah, like why don't you want to stay here? And I was always replying that it's much more interesting, and it's self development. It's
Okay.
opening my eyes, but yeah, they weren't really understanding, but at the same time they were not against.
Yeah, but then you mentioned a point. You said in a Kyrgyz spirit, a young woman leaving a country is a different thing. So yeah, coming to that point, you're a woman, and there's a lot of women in this world who would love to travel, but I could understand somehow that you are focusing mostly on a solo trip because you're traveling as a solo trip woman actually. So how does it feel to be a woman to do a solo trip, mostly with your background and everything? How does it feel? What is it to be a solo trip woman, for example?
Hmm. um I would say that I don't have big experience on having long solo trips.
Hmm.
They are mostly short ones,
Okay.
but still, it is. I think it's challenging, especially when you are raised in a Kyrgyz mentality, saying that women are mostly. I'm not talking about everyone, but
Hmm.
mostly women are. They should stay at home. They should be silent and.
To take care of the babies.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes they don't even have their own opinions.
Okay.
They should listen to first parents, then husband. So, mm, like traveling in former Soviet Union is, I think for me it wasn't a big challenge because
Oh, okay.
in these countries they speak Russian. So the language, if you know the language, actually it makes everything much easier. Because I
Okay.
remember once I was traveling to Georgia. It's also former Soviet Union country,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, it was, I think, one of the best trips. I was alone. I was young, but still, I was open to everything. And because not some, but maybe 50% of Georgian people, they also speak Russian. I could
Okay.
easily communicate, ask the directions or something else. And when you know the language, maybe people are more uh, open to you, and
Mm-hmm.
you have more fortunate things happening to you.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, here I can't really say that I was that it was very difficult for me or stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Being in Europe also, I was traveling alone, but there I speak English, and in Europe, a lot of people can speak English as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, once I was in Turkey, but again, we our Kyrgyz language comes from Turk family language, so we can
Oh,
understand each other. Not 100%, but I
yeah.
can understand maybe 40% if they speak
Interesting.
slow to you. So you try to communicate, and also in Turkey, people when they hear Kyrgyzstan, they are always smiling because we are their, let's say, little brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting
So
fact.
yeah, but in general, about this like being solo female traveler, I could say that it's very hard to start again because of the mentality.
Definitely.
So maybe just, I mean, if you want this, if you're sure about this, you should go for that. Nothing
Okay.
should stop you because this is your life. This is not their life. And
But were you
I
not
mean,
scared of what the world is, for example, for women, like for example, the danger of being alone on the trip? Were there any challenge that you faced during your trips, for example, as a female traveler?
mhm, mhm. Um, you know,
Hmm.
even now here in my country, in capital city, just going back home at night, it is already a challenge for me.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I mean, yeah, because it's not 100% safe. You never know what kind of people you might meet on your way, or
Hmm.
you order a taxi and taxi driver if he's fine or not.
Okay.
Because there are many cases that you hear in the news. So I would say that the difference between like coming home in your city and
Hmm.
traveling alone abroad, uh, it's not much the difference.
Oh, okay.
Going abroad is just you have to maybe plan everything. Uh,
Hmm.
which is your flight, what time you should go there or here, what you're having in your backpack. Be careful with your money. But these are very general and basic things. But of course, some things that you should be careful is it works everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're traveling to or from developing country or poor
Okay.
country or super rich country. It's, I don't know, things like maybe try not to walk at night, or I don't know,
Night.
in
Yeah.
dark places, because
Hmm.
um, the dangerous, I think, it's always somewhere there. You just have to
Okay. Yeah.
be more careful.
Definitely.
But these are very known things. So, yeah, nothing special, but yeah.
Interesting, interesting. But you just mentioned the fact that you need to plan well. So, as you like to travel, how do you prepare your trip? Can you tell us a little bit how you prepare a simple trip, for example?
hmm Um, First of all, you start choosing a country, right?
Definitely.
Uh, uh, you have to have some, let's say, places that you have in your mind that you want to see or visit. This is
Hmm.
how, I mean, for example, if you would like to see the sea, then you're definitely choosing one of the seaside countries.
Okay.
So for me, I think it starts from the not country, but from maybe specific spot or place or
Yeah.
building
Yeah.
or whatever, and then after this you choose the country.
Okay.
Then, of course, so I want to say that I travel as a backpacker, so
Okay.
um,
Interesting thing.
it's not fancy trip when you spend 100 euro for one night at a hotel. I
Mhm.
try to choose cheap flights or buses. Then I try to find cheap accommodation because
Mhm.
for me personally, I don't see the point of spending a lot of money for
Mhm.
just having really super cool room, because I'm going there not for the room, but
Okay.
to see the country or city or the seaside or forest or whatever, to explore the place, not explore the room, fancy
Yeah,
room.
definitely.
Yeah. In many cases, my planning depends on the budget
Okay.
of my trip, the
Mhm.
flights, so the transportation, the accommodation. Second thing. What else? The weather. It's also
Yeah.
important because you, unfortunately, I wanna have this habit, but so far I don't have, and maybe I should work on it. That I should
Mhm.
try to enjoy my trip, no matter the weather. But
Mhm.
so far it doesn't work. For example, if it's summertime and I'm
Mhm.
going somewhere like, I don't know, Rome, let's say, when you have this beautiful historical city, when you want to walk around and
Mhm.
explore, and it's raining. So yeah, it disturbs me. So I don't know how to work on it. Maybe I should have some tips for this for the next
Yeah.
time.
Maybe.
Yeah, so
Definitely.
weather is the important thing for me. One of the important things.
Okay.
And another last thing, I think, is the company.
What
Either
do you
I'm
mean?
going there alone or with
Okay.
someone else.
Okay.
And here comes the interesting part, that about this, like being solo female traveler.
Mhm.
I could say that it's very hard to start, again, because of the mentality.
Definitely.
So maybe just, I mean, if you want this, if you're sure about this, you should go for that. Nothing
Okay.
should stop you, because this is your life. This is not their life.
But were you
I
not
mean,
scared of what? So
so
it can be a friend or somebody you just met, or how does it go?
for me, mostly my friends.
Okay.
Yeah, and if the
You want
first,
to test them?
sorry.
Do you want to test them? Do you want to try to see who they are and something like that?
It's not like that. I want to test them. I just want to spend time with these people, right? So I
Hmm.
offer this trip. We go together, and after this trip, you already know what kind of person is he or she.
Okay.
So yeah, it's and it's, I think, for your listeners, it's a good advice also about maybe your spouse, or your future spouse, if you want to know this person a bit more. You
Yeah.
should go for the trip together, but not something like going to, I don't know, Turkey, and having this super cool room and then swimming pool next to the hotel. No, you should go for some backpacking tour
Okay.
when you have just Airbnb or booking hostel or whatever, and you go around, I don't know, walk around and
Yeah.
go to the seaside. So it's actually good. And I don't know, I think there was famous writer that, or I don't know, actor, I don't remember, who was saying
Hmm.
that, person, you start to fully understand another person after your trip together.
After, all right,
Something
that's
like
good.
that, yeah.
That's very interesting. I think for our audience, they also need to put that into the bucket list and get ready for another experience with their friends. That can be something interesting, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Definitely. All right. So I think we are almost close to the end of our interview for
Oh,
this
so fast.
episode. But yeah, so fast, right? When the conversation is just like interesting and you have so many information you want to share with people. And yeah, the time goes so fast, so fast.
Yeah.
But I have one key question that I would like to ask. Maybe that will help also our audience. Traveling, we are talking about traveling. So, what does it really mean to you? Like, mostly, can you just elaborate more about what does traveling means to you? What does adventure experiences out of your country mean to you? So that maybe some other people might be impacted by whatever you say. So, what does it mean to you?
Okay. Oh, deep question.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
um, okay. As I mentioned at the very beginning, everything started with Isaac.
Yeah.
And when I was at the very beginning, at some meetings or conferences, these ISEC people were telling about exploring the world, exploring yourself, that it's so
Mhm.
cool because you meet so many different people, so many different nationalities, you try different food, you play a game, you go out, you dance, you do this and that. So,
Mhm.
in reality, everything what I said just now, it's true.
Mhm. Okay.
Yes, this is what I'm getting now when I travel. This is real. This is real thing,
Mhm.
and I'm super happy that I could start this. I could go out of my comfort zone. I could
Yeah.
tell myself, okay, I'm saving money for this trip. I want to go here and I want to go there, I don't know, alone. At the very
Yeah.
beginning, of course, to know more people in that country, to try their
Mhm.
food, to see how they are developing or not developing, to see some local things, not something just from the TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I am just, I don't know, I'm super, super excited about each trip. So every
Mhm.
time I'm like, wow, I'm going there and here. I know that I already know many things about this place because I was checking on the internet, I was maybe watching it on the TV or something like that. But in
Mhm.
reality, it feels super different. You go
Yeah.
there and you're just like a baby who
Yeah.
receives
Was
everything,
learning.
and you're like, wow, so this is how it works here. And you start learning new things.
Yeah.
And out of this, I I love that I can see and meet different people. I'm just
Yeah, that's the
no,
most
but
beautiful thing,
yeah,
right?
adding to this topic, for example,
Mm-hmm.
I moved from Hungary to Czech Republic half a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I realized that in Prague, where I live now, there are a lot of Russian-speaking people from these
Wow,
former Soviet Union countries.
interesting. Yeah.
Yes, and I feel so much like at home. I'm
Yeah, definitely.
I just feel like I need more foreigners because I want to talk to different people. I don't know,
Mhm.
different appearance, accent, hairstyle,
Yeah,
any style. I don't know. I want to know their cultures. I want to try their, I don't know, empanadas or whatever.
yeah,
So this is what is missing right now in my life, and
yeah,
I'm just waiting when this borders will be open so I can travel at least to
definitely.
seek these things, because now I'm missing it. So
Yeah,
I
I get
realized that uh, being a global citizen is an ability to be
Mhm.
one of the, let's say, uh, to be a part of the society no matter
Mhm.
where you are.
Definitely.
So this is what I'm doing, living abroad now, and this is
Yeah.
what I wanna do. This is what I wanna do in the future.
Okay. Being
This
a
just
global
brings
citizen,
me,
right?
this type of joy that I feel satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Wow, that's great. That's great. I like the ending of this. Like being a global citizen, this should be your goal, right? This is the mindset, the mentality of how the world should be right now, right?
Exactly. Maybe not right now, but in the future, because it is a bit
Yeah.
difficult.
True.
But
True.
I just want to tell to everyone that, most probably, there are so many people that are afraid to go out of comfort zone, or they
Mhm.
don't have possibilities, or they were raised in that way and they think, no, but why do I need it? Like, I don't need it. It's fine for me, this life. But trust
Yeah.
me, the world is so huge. It's so beautiful. It's so
Yeah.
different. It
Yeah.
has many things to offer you. And this is how you truly start enjoying your life, when you start to learn more and experience more. Then
Yeah.
you realize that your country is just a small place where you were born, but there are so
Okay.
many things out there to explore. And
Definitely.
this is so beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. That's great. That's great. I really like the mentality, and also I think these are beautiful words that you can just spread around the world and make it a beautiful place, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. All right, Aggie. So I will just wrap up by just saying that, hey, fellow nomads, we today had Aggie on our first episode of Africa Nomad Postcard Show. Hope you like this. And we actually talked about our country, Kyrgyzstan, which is in Central Asia. We talked about our traveling experience, how our family could actually bear this traveling experience. And she talked about the solo female traveler she is and what are the things that she did. And she could share her experience on how any person can plan and prepare his trip to any place. Hope you could make notes of everything she just said. And also, I would like to leave the floor to our guest to give a final word. Whatever you want to say, the floor is yours.
Okay, thanks. Actually, the time flies. It was 5 minute conversation.
Yeah,
I, I
definitely.
I wasn't able to tell you everything.
True.
Yeah.
This is the spot right now. If you forgot something that you want to come back on, then just let us know. You can just this
Yeah,
is the floor.
just to come back, one thing about my country is that the food is amazing.
Yeah, yummy.
This is what I wanted to add. And
Okay.
another thing to finish this,
Mm-hmm.
you have to try this. You have to try to travel.
Mm-hmm.
It does worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And I never met a person who regrets after having a trip or travel experience.
Okay.
So this is your life. You choose what to do, your decisions, and nobody should stop you or control you from what you want to do or what you're dreaming to do.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
take this chance. We live once, so take everything what you want.
Definitely.
Just being responsible with your life. This is also important.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for
Yeah.
this word. Those are beautiful ones. Thank you so much, Aggie, for being our first guest. Come on. Yay.
Yay, thank you very much too.
Right.
I'm honored to be the first one.
Yeah, we are all honored to have you as our first guest, and this is kind of a blessing. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
I hope from now a lot of people will know about my country too. And
Oh,
by the way, you're welcome to come here because we have, I don't know, maybe I think now it's 70
hey.
visa-free countries. So,
Uh-huh.
and it's an amazing country with amazing nature. So, if you love food, nature,
Oh,
and people who are very
yeah.
hospitable, you should come
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you mentioned so many things, but I will just focus on three main things. First of all, food. Hey, I'm a big
Yeah.
food. I love food. Yeah, nothing can stop me. So first thing, that's the food. Nature. I love climbing mountains, and also in Budapest, I try sometimes to go around the city and try to find a mountain to climb and something like that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
At the people, I love to discover new people, new cultures, and I hope I would just have a lot from this country. I can't wait. Open the borders,
Yes.
let the way free. Let's go traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Sure, yeah, l'interview is finished. The interview is over. Hey, my dear Nomad, hope you enjoyed listening to this episode. Please visit our website for more stories and experiences and adventures. And also, please leave a comment or a review. That could be grateful. We love you, take care of yourself, and see you on the next episode of African Nomad Podcast.